A hot air balloon crash in New Mexico last month killed 5 people. The deadly crash led family members of the victims of the 2016 balloon crash in Central Texas to renew calls on federal regulators for better safety guidelines. This month marks 5 years since the crash in Lockhart became the deadliest in U.S. history. But investigator Avery Travis has more on why changes to federal rules have not gone into effect.
Yesterday, I saw a hot air balloon right in front of my son's house. And on the hot air balloon, it said bucket list. You know, that was on my daughter's bucket list.
Patricia Morgan remembers her daughter and granddaughter as the daredevils of the family. The reason the two climbed on board a hot air balloon in Lockhart on a July day in 2016.
It's no longer the same.
The women became 2 of the victims in the deadliest hot air balloon crash in U.S. history. The National Transportation Safety Board ruled the pilot of that balloon was as impaired as a drunk driver. This prompted Morgan to join forces with federal lawmakers, passing legislation back in 2018 to require medical exams for these pilots.
The FAA has delayed and delayed, even after the law, which I thought was explicit. They now claim they need a regulation before they can do anything.
Congressman Lloyd Doggett says last he heard, the Federal Aviation Administration plans to start the rulemaking process, but not until this November.
When we started first working and looking into this, we realized that the FAA was slow.
John Cyrier represents Lockhart in the state legislature. He's an airplane pilot himself and says he knows the importance of physical exams for pilot and passenger safety.
And I don't know how many more lives may be lost because they have delayed and ignored the recommendation of the National Transportation Safety Board.
It was just like reliving the accident all over again.
Oh my God, this is sad.
The FAA says the pilot in the recent Albuquerque accident did have a valid medical certification. That crash is still being investigated. But as recently as this March, the NTSB recommended more safety requirements for balloon and other paid passenger operations.
I just don't think FAA understands the horrific impact this has on everybody.
Avery Travis for State of Texas.
The FAA told us they have received the most recent round of safety recommendations from the NTSB. They expect to have an update by the end of this year. One thing that did come out of the Lockhart crash in 2016 was the Envelope of Safety accreditation program. It allows riders to select balloon operators or pilots meeting higher safety standards. Standards include a specified amount of flight experience. Pilots must pass a drug and alcohol background check, and those pilots need to be taking safety seminars once every 12 months. Our investigation found hundreds of reports in recent years filed incomplete or late after people died in police custody. What lawmakers did and did not do for families looking for answers. When doctors and insurance companies disagree, patients get stuck in the middle. How a new Texas law could cut the time you have to wait for care to be approved.